sick with no remedy. All my thoughts come from loud and some Hennessy. God told me show mercy to my enemy, but the devil saying make his ass a memory. I'm blacking out and yesterday is just a blur to me. And the only way to stop me is to murder me. I spit it hot, I burn the track to the 3rd degree. A surgeon to the beat, I give it open heart surgery. I give it life, I keep it real. I'm spitting life, my wrongs, my rights, my kids and wife. Life's a gamble, I'm pitching dice. Bob off the grind, looking for the right price. Stuck in the trap for the cheese like mice. Lands on.
Yo, what up? What up? Hey, I'm trying to connect this, but I don't see it.
Yeah, there's a button.
Oh, shit. Yo,
There we go.
yeah, I don't know what happened.
I got to back out to share the link.
Yo, it came up. I was by myself. I was like, yo.
Yeah, what just happened? Yeah. There we go. Bravo.
Okay, let's go. One is better than nothing.
Yeah.
All right. So we back.
Oh, there you go.
Bye. Hold on. I'm connecting my earpieces.
While he's doing that, thank y'all for coming out to the wonderful PMP Show. I am World War Z and my brother Jimmy V, and we'd like to bring you the weekly bullshit. Yeah, let me turn the TV on in the back. My bad. I got this shit loud as hell.
Hey, Jazz, come here. I'm trying to get this headphone to work. What I got?
On my AirPods?
Yeah, the left one, right?
I don't know.
See, we old men, we don't know nothing about technology, man. This shit is so difficult. And they just keep rapidly putting this shit out.
Did you connect it to the phone already?
I seen some ill shit while Jimmy doing that. China got a AI system that puts out fires now in the building. So like as soon as the shit detect the heat, it looks like a little mini robot on the ceiling. The shit start looking around and it got a little hose on it. That shit just starts spraying water like a fucking fire hydrant. You know what I'm saying? And so I was like, that's pretty dope. I hope they put that shit out everywhere.
Fireman gonna be out of a job.
Yeah, because the water, there wasn't no regular sprinkler, my nigga. That shit was shooting out like a fire hydrant, yo. Like, so that shit putting out damn near anything.
Yo, my bad though with this, but the sound of my phone fucked up. But you did do the introduction, Jimmy VIP and World War Z. And
yeah, I got it. Yeah.
We are the PMP Show.
Yes, we are.
My bad.
Always will be the PMP Show.
Yeah. But yo, that's weird. Did you see it in action?
Yeah. I see. I was while we were sitting there, I was looking for last minute shit to talk about on Instagram, and that's why I seen it. Somebody had put a post up. I'll share it on the page. I'll find it. It was pretty dope though. I was like, this technology they coming out with, yeah, that shit amazes me sometimes.
Yeah, man.
How
was the weekend?
Oh, brother, I learned another valuable lesson in life. I ain't built to walk around no theme parks no more. Bro, that shit is exhausting, man. That shit will have you worn the fuck out. Jesus Christ. But yeah, it took the kids to Six Flags, and you know, it's so cheap now because it's only a couple weeks left in the season, so they just giving season passes out for like $60. So you might as well just buy the season pass. So we bought that. It just went Saturday and Sunday, so they could do everything they didn't do the day before. And yeah, that shit is rough. Man, that shit is rough. That should have had your ass worn out.
All right.
It's like you flipped your camera around on accident.
Nah, I'm going through some shit. I'm trying to get these headphones in because I'm having a hard time hearing. So I want to make sure.
Oh, got you. But yeah, so we did that Six Flags, like I said, but it was so hot. Even the kids, the kids was like, yo, fuck this shit, my nigga. Like, yo, let's get out of here. So with the kids is ready to go home. It's hot outside. But yeah, man. So we got the joy time with the gang as usual. Wasn't nothing too crazy going on. Shout out to baby girl getting that super dope promotion. Well, you worked hard for that, so I just want to salute you.
Yeah, I saw that. Congratulations.
Yeah, man. Yeah, she worked hard. She deserved it, so that's what's up. Wish my job gave fucking promotions. Shit, I can't. I just get a raise. I want a new position. God damn it. Outside of that, let's see what else crazy going on. I see some wild shit. It was interesting. I posted it, and it was talking about how Oprah has been active in buying up a lot of acres of land over there in Hawaii, inconveniently. And when I say a lot, I mean like thousands. And ain't not no hundreds, like thousands of acres. And conveniently, these wildfires that started over there didn't burn up her shit. Like they burnt up all the shit around it, but didn't burn up her shit. So there's a conspiracy going around that she's trying to buy up all this land cheap. And possibly, allegedly, there's some, sneaky business going on that's fucking this land up so they can get it at a cheaper price. So who knows, man? They play the game dirty.
Who's the woman that's buying up the property?
Oprah.
Oh.
Yeah, like it's documented that she's like within the last 4 to 5 years, she done bought up thousands of fucking acres of land around right where that fire just took place at. So it's like, holy shit. You slick bitch.
That's crazy. Well, well, I'm just gonna have to go without I'm gonna have to go without sound. I'm just is what it is. But it was I want to talk about, man. I gotta since we've been doing this, people be hitting me up and talking to me and just asking questions and just saying, yo, do you mind giving advice? And but I always ask them at the end, I'm like, yo, is it okay if we talk about it in the podcast? And they say most definitely. So I'm gonna read what they summed it up and texted to me because we talked about it, but I was like, I get up and mess up everything. So I tell them to text it to me. So here you go. It says a father discovers a significant amount of marijuana and a significant amount of cash. It was in the thousands, the cash. Low thousands. In his son's room while just doing a random parent wellness check. Now the parent is confronted with what to do. A little bit of background. The father used to be in the quote unquote gang, had to slip up and had to go to prison for a short stay, but is now working and doing the right things. However, when you are faced with that dilemma with the child that is now 18 and on his own, do you condone or do you advise? And what do you advise?
Woo!
So real quick, when we talk, we already talked, me and him already, and I gave him my POV and everything.
Right.
And he got to tell me explicit details, like the guy, was real hot, real flashy type, all that. And found, he was like the smoke that he found was better than what the father has.
Right.
And the father still dibbles and dabbles, I believe. That's what he told me. I could be wrong, but he was like, do you condone or do you advise? And I was like, that's a difficult, situation. If you did, you were in the game, but you still have to advise. What I told him was you still have to advise, but you don't want to lose them by being like, nah, you can't do, I don't want you doing that.
Right.
Because he's 18 already. He's
That's
grown.
it. Yeah.
Obviously, he got enough money to pay for his own spot.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not. I don't know. But either way, it's like I just wanted to hear what what the panel had to say about that, and he so that he'll how to approach it.
Whew, I guess my thing would be like you said, that's difficult because he's old. He's 18. So if you go at him too crazy, you can't, kick him out, tell him to leave, none of that, because then he got to go hustle. You know what I'm saying? Now you putting him in that position to do that. So if you try to teach and if, I guess the only way you can't, not the only way, but my approach to it would be, all right, you 18, this is what it is. And as ignorant as this shit is going to sound, I'm going to school him and scare him to death. Because I'm going to show him these numbers first. I'm going to show him niggas that was cool for 30 years that one of them niggas told on the other nigga. You know what I'm saying? You just got to give them the worst case scenarios of the game, the deaths that come with it. You might have to kill a nigga, whatever the case may be. All right, all that shit sound good? All right, cool. Well, this how you go do it. You know what I'm saying? That shit sounds stupid, but
I was along the same lines because I was like, I would definitely ask questions, just to make sure he was sharp out there because the game is
right.
But the game is also adapted and it's different now.
Mm-hmm.
So with that being said, it's like you could advise and he'll take your word. See, the thing about kids is like my felonies, years ago,
right.
Was for selling a bud or whatever.
Right.
And I got that's on my resume. You know what I'm saying? People who know me from back then, who even know my kids, they know of that. And my kids even know it too. So it's like now that they're a little older, see, and they smoke a lot. They smoke like how I smoke. And I can't, it's like, I can't be like, nah, you can't, oh, you don't need to be. I can't teach that way. I guess it's like, as a parent, you're gonna have a different, each parent gonna have their own method on how.
Right.
But keeping them safe though is the bottom line.
Yeah, and I'm gonna give an example, right? And we spoke about this before. We know when one of our kids asks us for a cash app, like my oldest son, right? And most of the time it'd be exactly $40. So I already know what time it is. You about to go get a 3.5, but I know you paid for your gas with your own money. Now you just need some money to smoke with. Now, if I don't send them that, I'm putting them in a position to possibly go do something stupid just to go get a couple dollars of smoke. You know what I'm saying? Or go fuck with a nigga ain't got no business fucking with, front me this, that, and the third. Nah. If that's what you're going to do, if that's the only habit you got is to hit a little weed every now and then, all right. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to come out and say, yo, Pops, I need some money for no weed. But we just know because we parents, we've been there, done that.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So, you need $80 on a Friday? Oh, I get it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I got you. You know what I mean? So you don't go do nothing fucking ignorant or go spend some bill money, car payment money, gas money, and then that next week you call me any goddamn way asking for something. So
true story. Now here's the flip side of that, right? Like my daughters. Right? Now I'll buy enough. I'll buy enough to where, if they need, they could do it. They could get it from in the house.
Right.
Compared to my son, I could send my son 40, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
Blah, blah. If my daughters were out of state, but the ones that are in house,
right,
I'd rather them,
yeah,
get it from me because how it is, going.
Hell yeah.
So
hell yeah.
So it kind of keeps them out. Now maybe it's sheltering. So, but at the same time,
keeps them from being in certain positions from some grimy little dirtbag being like, oh, you want to smoke? Oh yeah, I got you. And then start feeding them all kind of weed because that's his end. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Or they around him in a certain situation. And like I said, we talk real shit. Like you never want your daughter to be with the nigga that's selling a lot of dope, and this nigga get booked somewhere and get killed. You know what I'm saying? Because niggas robbing him, and she in the goddamn car with him. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you got to keep him out of situations like that. And like you said, that's kind of how it starts. Oh, I bet you smoke a little bit, huh? Come get it from me. Don't go deal with nobody else. You know what I mean?
You have it. Plus they putting all this fentanyl and all this other shit.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? On everything. And here's the last one is damn, I just got a brain fart though, is that you kind of that kind of protection, like that's really what fathers really are though, you know?
Yeah.
Down inside. So for the person that sent this, you know, he said the child is now 18, you know, can move out on his own. Could you imagine? Like, I think our generation mom is going to come, like,
right,
entirely on everybody's mother. But
right.
For the most part, I know back then it was kind of that wouldn't have been accepted at all.
Hell no. First of all, she would have took my money. Yep. And then threw the weed away. You know what I'm saying? So I was beat either way. And God forbid I had owed somebody, you know what I'm saying, that was fronted to me. I got to explain this nigga, yo, because she ain't trying to hear that shit. Yo, Mom Dukes found that shit, bro. I'm going to have to work this off another way. She threw that shit away.
Luckily, my mom was definitely on the wild side. So I think she probably kept the weed and smoked it. Like she probably... But she probably would have ended up giving it back had I told the story. You know?
Yeah.
And she understand that she didn't want me dead.
Right. Yo. Like, at least give me the money back. I'll figure this other side out over here.
Yeah. But I thought that was dope, man. You know, he could talk about the... I
guess to answer his question, like, you know your child personally, so you know if he's even built for that type of shit or not. So if you see it in him, like I said, I ain't encouraging nothing, but this shit about to be legal anyway. So maybe he makes the right connections in the game, and now all of a sudden he's at the head of the line when they start giving dispensaries out. You know what I'm saying? Out wherever they may be at. So yeah, man, just guide him. Just make sure he good. If you start to see him get a little too wild or too flashy, shut it down. You know what I'm saying? I know he grown, but yo, take that nigga to the cemetery. How
can you shut it down though?
You know what? I mean, I guess my example would be, yo, like I said, I would just have to scare the shit out of him. Like, just, yo, take that nigga to the cemetery. I take that nigga on a visit, go visit somebody we know in prison that's doing life. Yo, come ride with me. It's a 6-hour drive in the middle of fucking Georgia somewhere. You see this nigga right here? He ain't never coming home over the shit you doing. You know what I mean? Like,
I agree with that shit 1,000%. But the only problem that I'm having with that is, like we talk about this all the time, is they already know this. Like they already they got access. They know exactly, but they also feel like they could tell at the end of the day.
Right.
And, hey, that like a lot of rappers are famous, but they come like you got to, you know, the cons. They, you know, I'm not a name thrower, so there are rappers going through shit, and they, you know, and they back at it and still. So I think it's a new era to where it's like they feel untouchable almost.
Right. Now you're right. Like, I mean, and it's the age-old saying, you sometimes you got to touch the fire to see if it's hot. Like, unfortunately, like you said, Jimmy, we was able to kind of learn and adapt from mistakes of others, and we took that in. They don't do that shit. I guess because, like you said, maybe because they see everything is right here and right now, but they don't really motherfucking get it like we got it, bro. They don't.
Yo, somebody said they're dealing with it now.
See, well, don't question yourself. That, you know what I mean? Yeah, like if anything, try to make it better now. You know, like don't doubt yourself because you know what you did. You know what I'm saying? You raised him the best way, him or her, you know, the best way as possible. So don't ever question yourself.
Yeah,
Unless you was a real shit bag and you
yo,
know that, but
yo, you know what's crazy about that though, yo? Like, like I I'm one of them type niggas though that will never come out of my mouth and say some shit like I'm a good parent, right?
Mhm.
Like, like, I, like I'm not downing like I'm not downing anybody. I'm just saying me personally, like me, I feel like there's always room for an improvement,
Right.
right? You know what I'm saying? So with me, there's a lot of things sometimes like I stay in my head like, damn, I wish I could have. You know?
Right.
So for me, that's all it really is. But if you're a good parent, right? Or
Mhm.
male or female, it's okay to think that you might have left something out, but it's not okay to
Oh,
say
oh, okay, there you go. Never mind. I was like, if I gotta get that comment out the way, I can't see.
but
My
it's
bad. Go ahead, Jimmy.
but it's not okay to down yourself. Like it's okay to say, damn, you know, I could have possibly did this, but that's different from downing yourself. Like as parents, we do the best job that we can.
Right, right, right.
So don't ever, you know, feel like, and
Yep.
maybe I'm talking to myself when I'm saying this, because really, like sometimes I feel like, damn, I wish I could have, you know, took them and took them to this trainer or had the money to do, you know, that. And
Mhm.
so so it hits me sometimes and maybe like, damn, I fell short, but that's not the truth.
It's not. Nah, not at all. Not at all.
That was
You
just
know, because if that's the case, we would feel like that about a lot of shit, like all the dumbass money we spent that we could have put towards this for them. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, like you said, we can't get on ourselves. We raise our kids the best way we can. And for those of you who aren't, y'all know who y'all are, but I don't interact with those people. You know what I'm saying? And I don't even see them. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's all about
yeah,
what you did for them and what you instilled in them at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? And for the most part, we've all done that. You know what I mean? Like for real. I think we've all done that. Yeah.
so yeah, don't, you know. And I think people always worry about the Joneses though too, way too much. Like worry about what somebody gonna say about how you like parenting ain't that there isn't a parenting book on
It
the
ain't.
way for you to do this. Third, that's that's on that's on the individual. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
How ain't like the first thing I learned becoming a parent young is that your parents try to have you raise your kids the way you was raised. Now you want to do that, but what
Right.
you tweak things. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So different.
Yeah.
Like you know, I'm more open. I'm more cool. My mom
Mhm.
was hip, but I'm like hip 2022. Like
Yeah. Like you said, my mom ain't sugarcoat shit, but it's like it's like a whole new level of not sugarcoating shit with us. You know what I'm saying? Like, yep.
yeah,
Yep.
so you know what I mean? We learn from we learn, but we teach differently. And my mom
Mhm.
didn't have a problem with that. I'm sure a lot of moms probably did. Like, no, don't
Yeah.
do this. Like, you don't, you shouldn't. And when I first had kids, like argument, like I would argue with her more ever just because on what the kids are. Oh, I'm gonna take them kids from you and all all that type. You don't know how to rate, like, but I understand. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
As a grandfather now, I understand.
All right, now let me ask you this, right?
Yeah,
As a grandfather,
yeah.
your son pull up playing this shit they playing now. Some of the most ignorant shit, and you see little man in the back seat bobbing his head. Now, as the grandfather, are you gonna be like, man, turn that shit off around? Knowing what we did with our children when they was younger and the shit we was listening to, you know what I'm saying? And I even know I had my kids after you, but again, it's the scenario, like, because I'm telling you for a fact, hell no, man. Don't play that shit around my grandchildren. What the fuck is the matter with you? But
Goes, ugh. See, but here's what's crazy though. Now you be seeing when Sean come through, he be listening to Hov. He be listening to Biggie. Like, see, what happens is, like, when they was around me or they know me, like, they listen to what I listen to. They, they have they like Mega can listen to both. He's the youngest. Out. Like, he definitely that all that little Yachty shit, all that 21, like all that new shit, because he's younger,
right?
You know what I mean? But look, I'm glad. But in that scenario, I'm definitely gonna tell him not to play that around my grandson. I'm definitely,
especially if you see him back there getting it, you'll be like, man, if you don't turn that shit off, I don't want my son is polluted. But that's just us being biased and old.
I was 19 when I had my first. Yeah, I was 19. Somebody asked a question. Yeah, I was 19.
Yeah, I seen that. Yeah.
I mean, and he got 2 kids now, so he gave me my 2 grandkids. But yeah. So parenting is different for everybody. What else? I know you had didn't you have something you wanted to talk about?
It was a few things I had posted. I had seen some last minute shit that was kind of funny.
Okay.
It was it was like, men that's in a relationship, what's your curfew? And it was asking men, like it wasn't asking a woman. It was asking men. And I just couldn't do nothing but giggle because I was like, who the fuck got a curfew? But then I had to think about it. If niggas keep it real, there's a certain threshold that you can't cross, my nigga, or it's gonna be a wild night when you walk in that door. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna keep it real. For me, I'm gonna say anything after 3:30 in the morning. I'm anything about 3:15ish to 3:30. Like if I ain't in the driveway, oh that phone is buzzing. Like nigga, and I better be 5 minutes in the vicinity.
In the vicinity. Okay.
Right. Because the club, you should have been at the club about 2:15, 2:30.
Okay. You got me beat. You said 3:30.
I'm saying at the latest. Like I said, my phone probably ringing about 3 o'clock. You know what I mean? And like I said, that's why. And I better be 5 minutes away at 3 o'clock.
Oh yeah, it's definitely at 3 o'clock. Oof.
That's what I'm saying. But where we stay at, you got to factor in the drive-in because I mean, especially if you partying downtown, it's gonna be about a 45-minute ride home. So
plus so we got to go 25 miles an hour anyway, just to make sure that niggas is safe.
Right. Oh yeah, she come down here popping. Yeah, I ain't said about 3:15, but I couldn't do nothing but laugh because I was like, I'm gonna post it tomorrow. I seen it today, but I'm gonna post it tomorrow on the page. Cause niggas going live. Oh, it's 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. Man, get the fuck out of here.
All right, I'm gonna be honest. All right, if it's an event, right? Because I like nowadays, I only get passes to go out if it's like fellas Father's Day, like some kind of birthday, like or if it's business related.
Right.
So I don't have no time limit on business related functions. Right.
Right.
So if it's we hosting something or we got
that's
go
different. Yeah.
Here, there, and there, business, but it gotta be business. And
right.
How they'll know it's business. Here's how she'll know it's business. I'll get a call. Did you get there? All right. Yeah. You there? All right. Well, what time? What time is it over? I gotta give all that pertinent information.
Yep.
And then it just goes like, bro, if it's over at 2, I have the time it takes to get home, plus a stop to get some coffee.
Oh yeah, there's a grace period. They give you about that's why I said 3:30. 3:30. The 30-minute is a 30-minute grace period because, like you said, when you tell them what time is over, they calculated how long it should take you to get home. Exactly. So they're like, all right, you might hang out, pop a little shit in the parking lot with your homeboys for a minute, and I give you 15 minutes for that. but nigga, going into that 20-25 minute grace period, that phone is buzzing. Definitely.
Yo,
So I said, I wish I could come in the house at 3 a.m.
Yo, what about stopping to get something to eat? Yo, we went to Waffle House. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, see, I got to call. I better call.
Hey, nah, but you gotta call from the Waffle House, yo. Just like you gotta,
FaceTime for the Waffle House.
yo, she gotta hear, hold it on the hold it on the belt. Like, okay, yeah, you actually wow.
Yeah. Let me get a scatter, smothered and covered.
Covered, smothered.
Right. I'm telling you, that's a fact.
And then
Who getting married? Who getting married soon? Somebody getting married soon. We need a good bachelor party.
yo, I ain't even really, bro, I ain't never had one, bro. I ain't never had one. Like, I've been married 21 years, bro, and I missed out on that first part because we was young and broke. You know what I'm saying? And we just,
And you already did your 20 and you already renewed them already, huh?
nah, we ain't even had that. We just did a, so I want to, like, bro, I think I would love to do that, bro. Like, I think for me, that's like on my bucket list to do that, like, soon enough. Like, just take a couple of couples and we, you know, do that. Like the boys,
That'd be dope.
I can say boy side, girl side, but yeah, boy side, side. You know,
Right.
we keep it respectable. Everybody on the boy side has somebody on the girl side.
Right.
I keep saying, you know, like we're grown. So if they go out together, everybody can keep tabs and make sure everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And have a good time, bro. Like, I would love that, man. I think that would make me, like, that's a bucket list thing that I would love to do. And it ain't expensive, man.
Nah, yeah. Put that emotion.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, when you renew your vows, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yep.
Who's getting married, though?
I don't know. I don't know nobody no time soon.
Don't do it, man.
Just be with them forever.
Yeah. If you don't
Make them take, they gotta take your last name though. Don't. Yeah. So I guess you gotta marry him.
Yeah, you gotta get married. Yeah, you're right. I mean, for real, under God's eyes, like, I don't even know what's real or what's. Oh shit, that's what I'm gonna talk about after. But I think, yeah, you definitely should though. For the namesake, it just that.
Yeah. It's the respect that comes with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you said some real shit. I know we was talking about the differences between a girlfriend and a wife, and and you was like, you said something about it's the respect that she gets when she says my husband. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a different tone that come with that. You know what I mean? That a man, when he hears that, it just rings off different, and it should. And if it don't, you ain't a real nigga. You know what I mean? Like, and that's
when I say that, like, when she go to work and shit, I'll be like, yo, she tells everybody she married. So any nigga at that point who go a step further, that's the one I got the right to.
Yeah.
I got the right to fuck you up.
Right. You get everything that's coming with this. You know what I'm saying? Like, you violated heavily. Excuse me. Like, yeah.
She allowed such actions to transpire. And like that work husband shit I posted.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see? That shit was funny. Work husband joke.
Yeah. Like you said, some shit like that. Violation.
Yeah.
Straight violation. Oh, that's something else. I know you was gonna say something, so I'm gonna come. I'll bring this up after you.
Go ahead.
I just wanted to shout out, well, because this is gonna lead into two different things, or something else. Sha'Carri Richardson for coming back, bouncing back, do all that bullshit, and coming back and becoming a world champion. So I definitely wanted to shout her out for that. But it's like, remember, and we was on the show like, damn, they killing this girl because she smoked a little weed or whatever the fuck it was, and she failed the test, and she fucked up. And I promise you, niggas remember who was saying that. I'm waiting for tomorrow because the shit just happened today. So all the congratulations shit, like, nah, man, like, y'all niggas got to eat your words, man. Like, apologize to that girl first. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of y'all shitted on that girl, man. So I just wanted to shout her out. That's all, because she did her thing. Yeah.
Shout her out. Dang, I forgot guys in the background. Yo, so
I was like, what is that noise?
I clapping silently in the background.
Right. Yeah.
Mm.
Oh shit.
What? So we did talk about that too on the platform when we
Yeah,
was
we did. Yeah, a while ago. Yeah, I forgot which episode it was, but I'm gonna try to go through it and find it because we was on her side heavily. Like, nah, that's fucked up. Y'all out here killing this girl, and all she did was smoke a little weed. If that, she said she ate an edible, I think, and I can believe that. You know what I mean? Like that, the kids are into that shit, so she probably ate some gummies or something.
yo, them edibles, they starting to do too much with them shits, bro. Like
Yeah.
a lot of people told me they had some really weird reactions
Oh
to.
yeah.
You got to be careful who you getting that shit
Mm.
from and what you getting.
Right. And that's the thing. Like like you said it before with all this fentanyl shit. Like they spraying that shit on shit. Like yo, drugs ain't even safe no more, niggas out here when all y'all doing that extra hard shit. Pause. Like y'all better be careful, man, because they cutting that shit with fentanyl.
Yo,
Fucking them up.
they finding a way to put that shit in food and everything else, bro.
Yeah, man, it's getting crazy out here. So
Man, I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that, bro.
yeah, we said that. Yeah, spraying it on the weed. And then I seen some shit real quick about the FDA approving. We spoke about them. Nah, no, my bad. It wasn't that. I'm tripping. I'm bugging. Not that. It was the other shit I posted in the group about the fast food shit
Okay.
and all the shit that they put all the ingredients and you know I know it was a past and he might have sounded like he was exaggerating with the 55 ingredients, but that really wasn't the point. It was more so on some it's toxic. Anything, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know if y'all seen the videos.
Yeah.
How the chicken nuggets is made at McDonald's and all of that shit. Like that shit is just toxic. You know what I mean? Like you can't leave a piece of chicken on the table and then that shit just look the same way the next day. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not supposed to be able to do that. So it's definitely shit in there. So, you know, just y'all watch what you eat and what you feed your kids, man. We all guilty of it. It's convenient shit. I just did this shit yesterday. So y'all watch what you feed your kids, man.
Yo, bro, but that shit is they fucking us up, bro. What's crazy is today, man. I almost forgot this, but it came back to me off of what you said. That's why I love the way the chemistry is, how we remember of what what I'm saying, what's said.
Right.
But today, there was a service for a Catholic priest,
Mm.
right? And first of all, it was an hour late, but
Mm.
that's another story. But the thing is, there was a priest that was there like an hour early. So like before something's that set up, where they're setting up, making sure everything's good, making sure the lowering device has the will hold the vault, lower the bot, lower down. Like we got to make sure all that shit is like 100 before everybody.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, so this motherfucker was like, I ain't gonna say this motherfucker, but this guy was there early, bro, and like he was just saying like, wow, he was best friends with the guy, and the guy's name was James. So I was like, yeah, my name is, he was like, yeah, your name is James. I know, because I got Jimmy on my tag.
Right.
The three guys that worked there, they said that I'm cool to say their name, but the three guys that were there, David, and Juan. And Juan in Spanish is John, right? So he was like, oh shit, two apostles of Jesus, right? So he's like, yeah, James, very close, and then he was like, John, very close. Like, people thought that they were like homosexuals because of how close they were. But anyway, but that's not true. And he was just like, it's odd that we were all there. Yo, dude, he talked for an hour before they came, bro. And we was just in awe. Like we didn't say a word. Like we were done. We would just wait for them, for the body to show up. And he's busting down. Yo, he said 2023 by the end of the year. He was like, it's gonna be life that we know it he's like, it's not gonna be over.
It's going to change, be a major shift or something.
He said that the freedoms that we like, what we, what we're able to do so loosely and so carefree now, is gonna be over.
Right, right.
He was like, and he couldn't say too, like, you could tell these motherfuckers be knowing things, bro. But and what was crazy is when the other priest came to, and joined him, they ain't even say nothing to him. So he was talking to us, he was like, hey, wow, I'm talking to a black, a white, and a Mexican. And we, all three of us got three different faiths also.
Right.
So he was busting it down, Z, on some, he was like, so you don't believe in Jesus? He was, bro, like this.
I know that was a dope conversation.
Bro.
I know that was a dope conversation.
Bro, he broke so much shit down, man.
Bro.
It just got me worried about he wrong or right. Like, I don't want to sound like a conspiracy, because he was like, since the beginning of time, people who question things are looked at as conspirators. You know what I'm saying? He was like, you got to be careful who you talk. This is what he said to me, bro. You got to be careful who you talk to, the things that you say, because you go against the program and it's not nice. That's literally what he was saying out his mouth. And he had all of us shocked and scared almost, bro, as we sat there. So, man, it was just really deep, Z, that.
Nah, I was going to say.
A question, though, real quick. Do y'all think, like, that's a part of fear? Like, the fear mongering and that they've been doing for years to keep us from doing that? Like, because how do we really know? You know what I'm saying? Unless we push the buttons. You feel what I'm saying? That's just somebody saying, and I believe him. I'm sure what it is.
Agree.
But you know what I'm saying? But I'm saying, how do we know unless we push the button?
That's the part. That's the part of it. I think that's the only thing that's really scary to me, is the not knowing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not scared of, because he also said shit like death is inevitable. And I've been saying it for a long time.
Right.
Death is inevitable. He was like, you can go out a coward, or you could go out, against, because he was saying, like, one of the apostles didn't go out, like, no, I think, and then he was like, David, man, I don't even want to talk about religion, but anyway, he was saying death is inevitable. So fear to me, like, and he said, you guys are enlightened because of what you do, like that, like accepting death for what it is,
right?
Like, and
seeing in the final stage of life, like, this person has nothing in him. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's just a shell. You know what I mean? Like, he or she was somebody, but right now this is just a shell of a person, and where that person's soul went, who knows? You know what I'm saying? Like, you're right. That is just a.
But Z, he also said, I'm not saying right or wrong, but it just had me thinking, because what he said is, he was like, when you don't fear dying or death, you're ready to accept what's coming, whatever it is, moving forward. You don't live in, like, there's no reason to, like, people are scared to die, though. Now, being scared to die, I'm not confusing being scared to die with not being careful.
Right. And I don't want to confuse being scared to die with being scared to not have accomplished everything you needed to before you pass. Because I think that might be a more bigger fear for a lot of us. It's like, okay, like you said, for us who knows it's inevitable, now it's like, okay, my only fear is not being able to do the things I needed to do for my generation coming behind me that I produced before that day comes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that becomes a fear in itself, but not in something that over consumes you, but just something you think about. You know what I mean? The older you get, especially.
It is. But I think the fear to stand up for what you actually believe is right, like to to not be a martyr.
Yeah.
Saying like he was like a martyr. Like people are, if we had more martyrs, honestly, I think I don't know. I mean, more because he felt like he knew something. I don't know, and he couldn't tell me.
Nah, but I feel like there is an event coming. Like, and you know, I think we've all had this feeling. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's probably had it. Like, just something is gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like something major is gonna happen within the next 6 months to a year. So it's just like I said, it's just almost like 9/11-ish type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like not necessarily on that level of terrorism, but just something on the level of stopping the fucking world. Like, holy shit. You know what I mean? Like whether it be they really fucking show an alien flying into the White House. Like I don't know. Just something. You know what I mean? Just something that's gonna throw this shit out of whack. The election is coming up. They gave us COVID. What the fuck they gonna give us now? You know what I'm saying? Like, so, yeah.
Definitely.
Speaking of, did you see that there's a spike in COVID cases since that Beyonce concert in Atlanta?
Oh my God, bro.
Yeah, a lot of people that went to that concert are coming down with COVID. So here we go.
Yo, you know what was crazy? When COVID first hit here, there were no precautions here, bro. Like niggas was moving, like everybody had a mask on, but niggas is moving freely.
Bruh.
Yeah, like the night scene I'm talking about.
Right. Shit was ridiculous.
Yeah. I at hotels downtown, and I go down to go smoke at private, like 1 a.m, thinking I'd be private.
Mm-hmm.
And they partying on the balcony with no mask on. Everybody.
Right. The only reason that we kind of knew it was something going on, that for those of us that live down here, is because traffic was a hell of a lot lighter. Outside of that, like Jimmy is saying, yo, like niggas was moving and shaking like nothing was happening. And the reason why they was able to get away with it, I ain't snitching, so y'all don't think I'm fucking dry snitching. These strip clubs got a kitchen in it, so they're technically a restaurant. So restaurants were allowed to be open. So that's how they got around the shit.
Yo, but what's crazy is it was still 10 people to an establishment. Do you remember that shit?
Yeah.
They was busting all that shit down. That shit was crazy, man. But pandemonium, fear makes people do shit crazy, like get vaccines.
Right.
But, yeah, I was gonna repeat what he said, but anyway, I do want to throw one more thing in. Fantasy football. I need y'all to go to the.
Oh yeah, it's getting close to draft time, right?
Go to the joint. I put a message out for everybody in the draft. Who's in there? I don't want to tell our business on there, but there's some great roses and shillings involved in that joint. Like, cause it's a lot of people. Here's what I want to say. It's 18 people in that shit, Z. Right? So niggas better be prepared to draft off that kind of numbers. Like I've done drafts in night, but they call them shits expert because it's a lot of people. Like
right.
Actual owner, because you only get one great pick.
That's it. 18 niggas, like that's sheesh. You better make your first round pick your best.
Nah, but you also get another your second pick, or you'll get 2 great picks.
Right.
Everything else is good or mediocre depending on how you play.
How you draft, yeah. And the position you are in the draft. Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't know. I hope they still got me at 1. Because if so, then that's good and bad. Because by the time they come back around,
unless it's the snake joint where you number 1 and then you got the last pick, then you go back to the first pick, then the last pick. Yeah.
It is snake. But the person who pick for real is like lower, like maybe 13. 14.
Yeah.
Get it, then they come right back up. Then they like bang. They gonna have
what I don't want to be in that joint is like 8 or 9. because you fucked either way. Because you picking in the middle either way. So you just gonna get shitty picks constantly, yo.
Yeah. At least you'll get one there and then one in a couple of picks. You know what I'm saying?
Right. After that, sheesh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait though. Shit, you know what? I'm gonna have to get it organized, and because there's 3 fantasy leagues, 3 roses leagues. Like, it's my God, and the fantasies is roses too. But shit,
Yeah, but yo, the Fazools is like this though. That shit is like six smacks. First place.
right?
2 smacks second place and 1 smack third place.
Gotcha.
Or is it 3? No, it's 6. Yeah, something like that. Either way, you got a chance to get some smacks.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, first would be great, but hey, second 2. No, it's 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, 5, 3, 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't wait, yo. That's the one thing about this time of year. Like, shit, bro. Like, niggas be out here. I don't know. Can we say gambling online? Like, yeah, I guess we can say that. Yeah, like this, man. Listen, Yeah, y'all just don't understand the addiction that we have, especially the guys on this podcast.
Definitely. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, that shit is, it's retarded when you think about during the year. I mean, but the good thing is that we win. You know what I'm saying? Normally, win one time, it'll offset the whole year.
Right.
With certain, as long as you win one, you know which one I'm talking about. My favorite that's back.
Yes. Shout out to you. We ain't gonna say your name, but thank you for bringing that back.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Now that we back with that one.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the breadwinner right there. So
hell yeah. You know, niggas gonna be thirsty, so nigga, it might be like 90 people in that joint this year.
I think nah, 90 too much, bro. Niggas gonna quit work. Like, niggas gonna hit one time and I quit, bro. I hit the lottery.
Yo, nigga, Tuesday through, well, I mean, really starting Monday, but Tuesday and Wednesday and early Thursday, niggas, all we gonna be doing on the phone, setting this lineup, making these picks. Like, oh man,
switching, doing it. Yo, you know what I hate?
Injury reports.
Yeah, yo, like, since when niggas look at the injury report? Like, yo, niggas would be like, yo, I don't know if you heard, man, Debo Samuel got hurt. But like, what?
Yeah. Yep.
That should be funny. We don't even do that with basketball.
Nah, not at all. Like, we don't. Like, you know what it is, bro? Like, honestly, it ain't hard to gamble on it, but we just don't. I don't know. Yeah, you're right. We just don't give it the same enthusiasm as we do football when it comes to gambling. Yeah.
I mean,
except the playoffs.
Yeah, but even then, I'm not getting into a league.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely never playing fantasy basketball.
Hell no.
Never in my life will I ever. Yeah.
That's a game every day, bro. You be like, man, what the fuck?
Right. What I would do if they had fucking DraftKings out here in Georgia, I'd do that and I would bet on the games, but I can't do no fucking fantasy basketball. Hell no.
Yo, what up, Zell?
Yeah, what up, bro? I got in the building. Oh man.
What he said?
Peace to the family, brother.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. When COVID hit, Atlanta said, "Who? COVID? The fuck is this, nigga? This the flu. We outside."
Yeah, outside. Yo, I'm telling you. Like I was able to go to restaurants and it wasn't a big crowd.
Yeah.
Like only doing a certain amount of people, reservation type shit. Yeah. I was like, ooh, yeah, this is nice. Like I felt like a VIP for real.
That's another thing. They did for a little bit. I did post that. I'm glad we talk about this shit. See, like again, like you said, talking about certain shit. Yeah, the chemistry. But I did post the shit in the group, and let me go ahead and start saying it this way so they don't, the algorithm don't snatch this shit down. So Schmovid and the Maxine, right? So I posted a Instagram reel of the clips of like newscast and all this shit and what they were saying to people that didn't get the Schmaxine, yo. Like, my nigga, that shit was wild. Like, if you get the chance, go back and look. Like Tucker Carlson, excuse me, like all these news anchors, Fox. Oh, these people are unholy. It's unchristian. Like, bruh, they was killing us. And so looking at it now, right, living in it after the moment, I was like, God damn, they made niggas sound like we was Satan himself, yo. Like, they you people are evil. I was like, holy shit.
Facts. Yo,
man.
Yo, it's crazy too how they did Kyrie too. That fiasco, he this, that, and the third. He don't want to play in the home games and what he calls into the team.
Right.
But they never really. They should have gave this guy a formal apology, bro.
Yeah, but they'll never do that. They will never do that.
Hey, what I could say, since I was working in a place that like pretty much said, nigga, if you don't take this shot, you can't work, type shit.
Yeah,
that
was crazy.
And this what I will never knock nobody who did it because they thought it was the right thing to do.
Right.
Or they had to do it for work, whatever. I'm never going to knock the people who had to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's just the way they portrayed the people who made the choice not to do it. You know what I mean?
But to your point, because of that, like, that helps y'all. Like, as soon as the shit was like dwindled down, nigga, they took away the scanner. They took away you had to make the like, it just went away the next day, and they didn't even give a fuck about it no more. So that's how I know it was bullshit.
Yo, next day. He talk about next day action. Like, it was very next day, no more. You like, yo, damn. Like, yo, they used to have you put your finger in some shit. They used to have to goddamn, they had you doing 2 or 3 different things, bro, just to check real quick to make sure you can come in the building. You know? Check your temperature. I'm like, bro, like, I'm just coming to buy, I'm just coming to buy blunts. Fuck is going on? Why we got to go through a cavity search?
Right.
Like, taking it to where, like you said, you was alienated for not being vaccinated. Bro.
Yeah, man. And I want to say something, but it's just going to sound too insensitive, yo. Like, way too insensitive. Damn. I'm trying to see how I can word this. All right. There was certain, and see, this ain't for me. This ain't for, I'm speaking for myself personally, anybody who may feel like this. This ain't for me. This is for the people who believe in the Bible wholeheartedly and certain things that took place in the Bible. This ain't for me, so I'm not speaking for myself, but I'm just speaking. So if there were certain plagues and shit that wiped out people in biblical times, you see what I'm saying? That's why I don't want to sound insensitive, but if this wasn't man-made or whatever the case may be, and there were certain things and certain events that happened in biblical times that wipe people out, you see what I'm saying? I want to say it without saying it. Is this something that was supposed to happen? If everything is written, is this something that was supposed to happen? I mean, like, I don't know. I
don't know either. See, but that's just
that's why I said I don't want to sound insensitive because people lost people. So I don't know.
Yo,
because if you think of it that way,
I agree with that, Zito, because that's what I said a couple of minutes ago. It ain't a fear of nothing; it's the fear of not knowing what I'm about to like trying to prepare for. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna be fire. I want to surround myself in ice. Like I'm moving to Antarctica.
Right.
If it's water, I want to build an ark.
Right.
But it's gonna be fire, bro. So
he said he wasn't gonna come back in the form of a flood no more, right?
Right.
So, and I'm like I said, I'm not speakers. I'm not one of them people that, but there are people out there, majority of the world. So this is what y'all feel and this is what y'all believe in. And sometimes you got to look at the signs of the world and say, hey, maybe this was, one of those things.
It's definitely fire, bro. It's definitely fire.
Mm-hmm.
Throwing that out there. It's definitely fire.
That's how he coming back.
Bro, it's definitely fire.
We see shit burning the fuck up now.
Exactly my point. Exactly my
Hawaii, motherfucking Canada not too long ago. Yeah, shit.
Mel, do you remember years ago when COVID first started around the time Australia was on fire?
Oh, yeah. Damn sure was.
The whole, like, that shit was about to burn the fuck up. I'm
Damn
not
sure was.
sensitive. I'm just saying that's what happened. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, but whatever. Everybody has the freedom to think or, believe they want to.
And we just put shit out there. That's why I wanted to put that out there, because some people, if that's your go-to in certain things, I never hear those people step up and be like, well, this is that because this was supposed to be that. You know what I'm saying? I never hear that. It's all, you know what I mean? So I'm just wondering how those people feel in these situations,
See, you know what it is? I see sometimes it's only somebody's go-to when it is time for it to be their go-to. Like
that's a fact. That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? Like you'll hear mum's the word until it's time to shine. Oh,
right.
Yeah, you see what happened? Thank God.
Come on now.
Yo,
I hope y'all picking up what we putting down. We, like I said, we ain't trying to disrespect nobody, but yeah, man.
But truth is truth. You know what
I'm saying? It is. And that's a great way to put it. They claim it when it's positive, but when it's something negative, everybody, you know what I mean? Like, nah, maybe this was supposed to happen too. Who the fuck knows? We don't know. We don't fucking know. But if you believe everything is written, if you wholeheartedly believe that,
yeah,
here we are. So
I think that Bible thing got them in a whirlwind because it do.
Cassie info guy, now here you come. No, we didn't want to say what we were talking about.
I'm sorry. I thought it was. Oh, my bad. Oops. Let me go back.
Go ahead, get your shit off.
That's all I wanted to say. There was nothing more.
Yeah, that's a fact though. That. So, like, to me, when he was dude under the tent was talking to me today, he asked me, he was like, so are you a Christian? And then, like, the whole room just got quiet. Like, the whole tent under the tent just got quiet. And it was like, you can only be a Christian if you believe the Lord Jesus Christ is your savior, right?
Yeah.
And I just was like, I couldn't. So so we had a sidebar conversation, and the whole time we were there, he was giving me that, talking to me about that. Now it made a lot of sense, bro, but like I say, like, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on today? And he was telling me about thousands of years ago, and for every 1,000 years to man, it seems like eternity, but to God and gods, it's nothing.
Right. One day is 1,000 years to him. Yeah.
Which is a fact. Like, Info got talk about that, like, about time and a theory of time. Like, it takes 1,000 years really to forget, like, to misdirect what's really, like, we'll really never know. Like, we'll be able to read. Oh man, great segment. All right, so experience, bro. Experience is how back in the day people were like the elders or the shaman or the. It was based off experience, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think. I mean, we have to nowadays use experience off of books, or whereas before it was based off of what your elder was able to, to put down on you.
Right.
Like, that's where, that's where you got the education from. And I think I think somehow, like based on what he was telling me, like there's a lot of people who now, like us, we can't be told anything anymore because we know everything.
Yeah. Yeah. And we lost that connection with, like you said, the elders. You know what I'm saying? So like the little bit we did get, you know, from our parents and our grandparents, like, is that gonna be enough? You know what I'm saying? Like, without, because I mean, and then it's all right. At what point do we become the elders and our great grandkids and grandkids are telling our story? If we're fortunate enough to see our great grandkids, first of all, or grandkids for that matter, but at what point do we become those elders to make sure, okay, we're carrying on and passing on our knowledge, I mean, their knowledge, but we also need to instill moving forward because, again, we speak about this all the time, bro. We are that last generation that's seen the last transition from analog to digital. So we know what it was like. If they happen to flip the switch off, we know what it's like to survive in that. But we also know what it was like at the base of this internet shit and where it's at now. We still young enough to keep up with what's going on, with even with all this AI shit going on, to teach our kids about this shit. You see what I'm saying? So we're fortunate enough. We are. So I feel like we might be the golden era moving forward because they gonna be coming to us when they do flip the switch. Like, yo, how the fuck do I use a record player? You know what I'm saying? Like these niggas don't know how to do that shit. Put a fucking record player on it.
So that's very true. Like think
you know what I mean?
off of what you just said though, like think about how, man, like I said this other day too, like back in the day, you wanted to go work for somebody, like you were their apprentice. You know, say if you wanted to go plumbing, or you wanted to be a mechanic, or you wanted to be like you became an apprentice.
Yeah.
Like you learn from somebody. I'm talking about. There were also the books of course came in, but before books, you had to learn something. So what I'm saying is experience in life is golden.
Exactly.
It's knowledge.
Exactly.
Right? So talking to an older guy, you know, he was talking about what he could do with a car. And we were trying to tell him, nah, this, that, the third. But he was like, trust me. He was like, it don't matter what car, whether it's a new car or old car. You know, he was like talking about spark plugs. I'm not a mechanic, but they had a long conversation. And he ended up being right to the day. And he never been to no mechanic school. He never did nothing but he just been fixing cars his whole life. Like I think a lot of times we look at things, like we take an approach on things. We losing out by not having those elders, those chiefs, those. I think we're losing a lot, and I'm sad now that I don't even have the relationship with none of my older, like I have one with my older aunts, but I feel like now I'm missing out because when I do talk to them, they give me so much.
Yeah. And then do you have any great aunts or uncles that's still alive?
I have one.
Right. That was your grandmother's sister or brother, you know what I'm saying? Or grandfather's sister or brother. Like, because I got a couple left that if it's just, I ain't gonna say it would be like they know me because they still remember their niece, you know what I'm saying? But it's almost like, damn, well, if y'all don't really talk to him or holler at him like that, I just pop up out the blue like, hey, Aunt Gloria, hey, and these are real names I'm giving, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, da 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 da, you know what I mean? This is gonna feel like, but I shouldn't be scared to do that. Just fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Just do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, because we know where they at. We know, you know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't nothing to reach out to them and get a phone number. Hey, can I get such and such phone number? I just want to call and say, hey, you know what I'm saying? Let her know whatever. I might got cousins out here in Atlanta I don't even fucking know about. You know what I'm saying? Third and fourth cousins down the line that I don't even know about. So it's shit like that we probably do need to do just so we can make those bonds. The same for you. You might have cousins out here you don't even know about. You know what I'm saying? Just with a simple phone call, you know?
You know what I'm saying? Walking right past them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's how crazy it is. I mean,
it is.
You know, but I just want us to try to, think about experience, man. Like,
right.
If you know somebody who stole cars all their life, and the second you lock your keys in your car, are you gonna call, like, he's the first call you're gonna make? You're not gonna call somebody who never done it before, but they say that, hey, yo, I'm telling you, my nigga, way. If you use the hammer and hit the glass, it'll work. I saw it on YouTube. Compared to, you know what I'm saying? Like, experience, bro. Live on experience. LOX.
Live, yeah, exactly. And that's, like you said, that's life. Like, we can learn a lot from books, but I've always been one of them people that just hands-on experience has always been my best teacher. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can read something all day, but I gotta just do it. You know what I'm saying? And then, okay, all right, that's how you do it. Let me see it a couple times, and then I kind of can pick it up from here. So,
yo, I'm gonna tell you something funny that you said that. When I be putting together furniture, my wife be mad at me because, like, when it's time to put furniture together, I do like a skim read. You know,
right?
All right, insert A to B, B to C. All right, screw here. Looking, but I gotta put I gotta start. I gotta pick up A and screw that shit into B.
Yeah. Like, we look more at the picture than the directions.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we match, okay, that looked like this. Let me go reference it to the chart. Okay, that is that. All right, boom. I need this to look exactly like this picture look. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. And what happens is I've been doing that shit for a long time in my life. Like my wife would tell you, like, a lot of my dressers be wobbly back in the day. Like, my beds be air, you know what I'm saying? Because but through experience, now I am a master furniture installer.
Right.
Like now I could look at the diagram, bet. I'll slide it in, no wobbling, no nothing. But that's just the experience. Because check this out. I could read that shit 4,000 times. Right? I could read it 4,000 times. Doing it is putting your hands, feeling how loose is something.
Exactly.
How tight it is. Like, it just tells you screw. It don't tell you what happens if the screw goes this way or if it caddy corners. So living off your experiences, give you a lot. Like, gives you an advantage.
Definitely. Like you said, putting shit together to the point where if you know how certain shit, you might have screwed it too tight and you fucked it up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Even shit like that. Yeah.
So
overcourt that shit.
Yeah. Later, bro, you like, take it easy because I don't want to bust through that shit.
Yeah. That's why my last shit was leaning because I went too far.
Yo, but that's just experience, bro. Cooking, all that shit. Like, experience. Like, to me, my grandfather, man, like, I look like he raised, like, him and my grandmother, because my mom was single and she was the baby girl. I spent time there. I lived there a lot. And to me, my grandfather was like, this is just my opinion. Like, he was like the perfect man. Like, he was like a superhero, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, and my son told me that's how he had looked at me at one time. And I'm glad, because looking at my grandfather and the thing, like, when he talked, everybody listened. You know what I'm saying? Like, he'd tell my friends, like, we all be outside running around and we hit a car. And then say if he was outside, he could say, "Hey, y'all, come here for a minute."
Mm-hmm.
Like all the boys out there, like they wasn't nervous or scared. They was just respectful. They, like everybody just listened. You know, hey man, y'all got to be careful out here. So what y'all do is, why don't y'all go further up there? I'm gonna tell such to move a car. So y'all, what y'all playing? Blah blah blah. Y'all playing this? Like to me, like the perfect man, bro. Like he was perfect. Like ladies loved him.
Mm-hmm.
Cool with the fellas, the guys. You know, he was like he cut his own grass. He did his own maintenance in the house.
Right.
Like to me, he was like the perfect man, bro. And
That's what's
shout
out to grandpops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like I don't know, like you was talking about that too. Like, got his own
Yes.
crib.
Yeah.
That type of during that time. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. Salute them OGs who
Yeah, that's why I think Info Guy said it when we were speaking on it the other day about, do you think you are as tough as those dudes back then, for lack of a better term? And it's like, nah, man, like I would never compare any fucking struggle I may have had in life to what they went through back then. You know what I'm saying? Like I will never, you know what I mean? Like just the simple fact of raising, let me see, for mine, they had 9 kids. Like that's a lot. you know what I mean, back then. And there were people who had more than that, you know what I mean? So in those times that was, normal, you know what I mean?
after the being persecuted, like going to the military, fighting for
Right.
all that. Like they parents were actually in the mix, so they probably seen
Exactly. Right.
You know what I'm saying? They seen the so nah. I definitely don't think I'm tough as, but I model myself. That's who I model myself after.
Yeah. Yeah.
When I look at them, you know what I'm saying? When I look at men, that's who I model myself after.
Yeah.
So I don't know nothing before I was born. So like, we say this a lot. Like I said it one time before, but the finished product of, who knows what the finished product will be for me. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I feel like I've reached that plateau. But for me, that's my that's my personal end goal, was to be like that. Like it wasn't like it ain't even about money. It was just about the him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Type
Being
of
able to accomplish something that they did, like buying a home, you know what I'm saying? Like putting your children in a house, like, taking them on trips and just doing little things. And even if it wasn't nothing crazy, but just like you said, just accomplishing those things and making sure your children had an opportunity in life. If they was able to do it in those times, we have no excuse why we can't do it now. Like you said, and that's the type of model that I base my life off of. And to upgrade it, if they had the opportunity with that same drive they had back then, if they had the shit that we had now, what they would be able to do. So that's where it's almost like we can't fail them. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, Z, think about this too. Like his education level. Like he didn't graduate from high school. You know,
Exactly.
like, but I think we also taken away, like, I know they were given things like this shit is so systematic, man. Like, so fucking crazy how they can foresee giving land, opportunity, and a chance, right? Because they know in years, in generation, because of what's going on, that let's keep it. I don't know your personal, but I know in mine, the house that they have was sold, right?
Yeah, definitely. Same situation. Same
Okay.
situation. Same
So,
situation.
So, that shit, without going too deep in this, we say this, but that shit is calculated, bro.
Right.
like that shit is calculated and aggravating that
It is.
that the ball dropped that we couldn't maintain it.
Right. Like it makes me jealous sometimes when you hear or may see, oh, I'm over here at my grandma, and even though the grandparents may not be alive, but somebody, like you said, took over that property, and it's like, damn, I remember coming over here to play as a kid, and now my kid's over here playing. Like, I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
So let me ask you this. So, like, that's just because, like, I mean, we always talk about family. I think we, I don't even want to dive into it, but that's why we're weak. Like, I think individual, like everybody went individual now. Like, I don't want to, like, I normally don't say everybody, but I'm gonna say everybody in my circle to make it more, more accurate, is like the connection with the entire, with the like that shit is kind of gone. Like back when, okay, once the matriarch, I'm not saying it in that way, but once the elders passed,
right,
so did the unity.
right.
Took the unity out. So really, it was like the unity was only there because of the chief. And
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So you always say this, and you say somebody has to step up.
Had to, yo.
Somebody has to step up. And I don't even care. Like, I don't even care, bro. I love my cousins. Like, I ain't even ashamed to say this. Like, I love my cousins. I love all that. But that's like that's right now. That's after, like, you got a brother, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he has kids, right?
Right.
So with that, that's from your mom. And like, to me, that, like, I always stress this, that unit is first.
Yep.
Like that's first. Then how you doing? Because what happens is I'm so tired of every time I talk to a different, like maybe honor. I don't even talk to my uncles that much, but they do a 20-minute catch up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Names. They still doing this. Like, they remember like shit when they were kids. Like, these, like, my kids grown now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I hate that. Like, that's an awkwardness that I'd rather do without, bro. Like, I'd rather you just say, hey, what's going on today? How you doing? Hey, I'm good. Because that right there, that awkwardness just shows the lack of really how much, because you can reach out. Like, there's ways, if you really wanted to get, we could make it happen. So,
you know what I try to, and that's why I try to be like with myself, with my kids. Like, I try to always make sure. I don't know if you notice every time you see it. I always got my youngest niece with me. You know what I'm saying? Because I try to make sure she got those memories of, oh, I remember Uncle Zach coming to pull up and da 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 da, because I had those and you had those. So, and I'm her only uncle on this side, you know what I'm saying? So, because it's only just me and my brother. So I just want to, it ain't like it's a few of us to where she get to hang out with multiple people. So I always wanted to make sure that they got that, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh shit. So now when they 20, 25 years old, they come scoop up they nieces and nephews, and you know what I mean? Like, yeah, because I remember Uncle Zach used to come pick me up. Those are the type of traditions, we just got to try to remember we instill in them to keep carrying on. You know what I'm saying?
Agreed, my guy. Agreed. I agree. Like, those memories, man.
Yeah.
I seen y'all out there. Like, I seen the pictures you post. That shit. I know it's hot too. I know for you.
Hot as a motherfucker, yo. I'm telling you.
Sweating like zombies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm telling you. Yeah, but I guess before we sign off, we got this show coming Thursday, but Jimmy won't be here. They'll be at the game, so I gotta hold it down. Me and Blue, she gonna pull up.
Yeah.
Just giving y'all a heads up for everybody watching.
Yo,
See, I'm gonna be like, where the hell is Jimmy at? Where the hell is I'm just y'all know now. He's at the game.
Yo, I'm gonna tell you. All right, so Info Guy planning some shit. We gotta talk offline, but Info Guy is planning something. I don't know what he's gonna plan, but we'll talk offline.
Definitely.
It's like some 007 shit. I might be.
Y'all gonna sing a song tonight?
Can't do it. It ain't gonna sound right. It's a delay.
Yeah.
I was requested to sing a song, but I was like, we can't do it because it's gonna be a delay, so it ain't gonna sound right. Yeah, he not hearing me in real time. So
yeah, I'm actually hearing you, but I don't know if you hear. I don't know, bro. But he said it sound off. But if we got the right song, it'll tune itself on. Like either way. Like I'm with the singing shit. That's the main reason I was talking about us going,
right,
doing a switcheroo.
We gonna bring it back though. We definitely gonna bring it back. Yeah.
Rockets they go and girl shit.
Yeah, we definitely gonna bring it back. And then you know what it is too? We gotta make sure some of this shit we gotta see how long we can sing it. I think we can get away with like 7 to 10 seconds and then we gotta cut it. Copyright. Nah, they'll still get you for copyright.
I don't think that's
Seeing that we about to shut off, I really don't care. Like I mean, my favorite song though. I'm glad they fuck that up.
Bullshit all the time saying other people's songs on YouTube.
Hey, he don't have to. I'm gonna sing and close this motherfucker out. It's your boy Jimmy with the PMP Show. World War Z.
Yes, motherfucking been drinking Guinness all night, so I'm feeling kind of saucy right about now.
I got Voodoo Ranger. Pause. I don't know. But
yeah, no pause necessary.
Okay.
Info Guy somewhere out there in I think that nigga in Mississippi somewhere.
I'm here.
Okay. Well, salute the culture creators and Info Guy.
Definitely, man. Appreciate you, my guy.
Look, thank you for being a friend.
Dun, dun, dun. Travel around the world and back again. Your heart is true. Oh, see.
You're a pal and a guy.
No, it's off because he's broken up. No, I was ahead of him. That's what I'm talking about. Anyway, we'll get it right next week. Because I was ahead of him.
Nah, you actually was on point. He got
but I can't hear him, is what I'm saying. Be quiet.
Keep singing.
I can't hear him, so it's
you don't need to hear him. He got you. He had you.
I waited on you.
You just needed to keep
I'm telling you, I can't. It's throwing me off. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Oh, okay. You need the earpiece then. You need the earpiece.
Yeah. It's messing me up.
And if
but anyway,
party, invited everyone you knew.
He gonna sing a dolo.
And the card attached would thank you for being
so that threw me off.
Okay.
I couldn't tell. It threw me off.
Yeah, I was on the same.
Anyway, we out of here, y'all.
See.
Spitting sick with no remedy. All my thoughts come from loud and some Hennessy. God told me show mercy to my enemy, but the devil saying make his ass a memory. I'm blacking out and yesterday is just a blur to me. And the only way to stop me is to murder me. I spit it hot, I burn a track to the 3rd degree. A surgeon to the beat, I give it open heart surgery. I give it life, I keep it real. I'm spitting life, my wrongs, my rights, my kids and wife. Life's a gamble, I'm pitching dice. Bob off the grind, looking for the right price. Stuck in a trap for the cheese like mice. Lands on